Our beautiful blue sphere is teeming with life, practically everywhere you look. Plants and creatures of various kinds call it home. We often take the fitness of the Earth for granted. With all of its beauty and diversity, we could believe that our planet is the ideal place on the globe for life. Is that the case? Welcome back to the channel. According to astronomers, a total of 24 super habitable planets may have circumstances more conducive to existence than Earth, and brighter stars than the Sun. Keep watching to find out. Planets that were older, somewhat bigger, hotter, and wetter than Earth were discovered in the research, which was headed by Washington State University. They went on to say that humans could thrive more effortlessly on planets that circle rapidly changing stars, with increased longevity than the Sun. The 24 planets discovered are all more than 100 light years away, making close observation challenging. However, the findings may be useful in the futuristic telescopic observations, according to the researchers. Habitability was described as the occurrence of the necessary conditions for life to thrive, rather than evident indicators of life. The researchers looked at complexes with G-dwarf stars and systems with K-dwarf stars, both of which have limited life expectancies of fewer than 10 billion years. Comparable to our Sun, K-dwarf stars are smaller and cooler than other stars, with lifespans from 20 billion to 70 billion years. This suggests that surrounding planets may be older, allowing life to progress as far as it has on Earth. The Earth is currently projected to be 4.5 billion years old, but scientists believe that a planet with a population of 5 billion to 8 billion may support life. The planets, according to the experts, should be slightly larger than Earth. It's a good idea to aim for a percentage of around 10%. Such worlds should have a larger amount of habitable land. Furthermore, if a planet had 1.5 times the mass of Earth, radioactive decay in its interior would last longer, providing heat, and the planet's gravity would help it retain its atmosphere for longer. What about water, for example? Water is required for the survival of every life on Earth. Planets that are a little hotter than Earth, with more precipitation and an average surface temperature of around 8 degrees Fahrenheit, 5 degrees Celsius, higher than Earth, may be more livable. Even on Earth, tropical forests have a greater diversity of life than other locations because they are warmer and wetter. Although the researchers have tentatively identified 24 excellent candidates so far, there could be many more out there. Given that astronomers currently believe that our galaxy alone has billions of planets, super-Earths are planets that are bigger than Earth, but smaller than Neptune. Some of them would be the perfect size and mass for a super-habitable planet. According to the findings, stars with temperatures half those of our Sun can't support Earth-like biospheres, since they don't have enough energy in the right wavelength range. That does not rule out the possibility of photosynthesis, but there would be insufficient plant life on the planet to support an Earth-like ecosystem. It's a setback for the quest of life in the galaxy because 70% of stars in the Milky Way are faint red dwarf stars, also known as M-dwarfs, none of which, according to this study, provide enough light for major photosynthesis to take place on their planets. The research, which looked at how much radiation, sunlight, each prospective exoplanet gets from its star, discovered one planet, Kepler 442b, that comes close to obtaining enough sunlight to support a big biosphere and might be spotted by JWST. Kepler 442b is a rocky planet about double the mass of Earth that circles a fairly hot orange dwarf star in the constellation Lyra around 1,120 light-years away. It was detected by the Kepler Space Telescope transiting its parent star in 2015, and its existence was revealed in 2015. The telescope was decommissioned in 2018. This exoplanet, also known as the KOI 4742.01, is about half the length from its star than the Earth is from the Sun. The star, Kepler 442, takes 112 days to orbit. The planet orbits Kepler 442, a K-type star. The star is a 0.61 m in mass and 0.60 r in radius. It has a temperature of 4,402 Kelvin and is estimated to be roughly 2.9 billion years old. The Sun, on the other hand, is 4.6 billion years old and has a temperature of 5,778 degrees Kelvin. Kepler 442 has a brightness, L, of 12% that of the Sun. The visible magnitude of the star, or how brilliant it seems to us from Earth, is 14.76. Although it may seem strange, Kepler 442b and Earth are very similar. What other characteristics do both planets share, aside from the information presented previously? First and foremost, there is water. Water was discovered on Mars last year. This was a significant finding because it suggests that life existed on Mars in the past. Kepler 442b, on the other hand, is a one-of-a-kind example since it has lakes, rivers, and pools. Oceans once existed, but regrettably they have all dried up. Unlike Mars, it's possible that the atmosphere is genuinely breathable when compared to Kepler 442b, where the air is quite similar to that of Earth. The air on Mars is 100 times thinner than that of Earth. However, because we don't know what's in the air, especially if it contains something more harmful than Earth's nitrogen and oxygen, this question is still open for disputes. As previously said, the appearance is nearly the same, with spots of land. The majority of the outside view is blue, indicating water. Both feature clouds and orbit around a star with a similar temperature. However, just because they are similar in a few ways does not imply that Kepler 442b is Earth. They are, in reality, quite dissimilar in a number of ways. Finally, Kepler 442b is quite similar to Earth. There are thousands upon thousands of Kepler planets. Kepler is a NASA program that aims to find hundreds of Earth-like planets. Up to 24 probable exoplanets have been discovered so far, and while many of them could be better than Earth, Kepler 442b has become one of the most likely choices, and for a legitimate reason too. Because the planet lies in its star's habitable zone, this could have liquid on its surface, allowing life to evolve. It could also have a rough surface, plate tectonics, a magnetosphere, and an atmosphere due to its weight and diameter. Another aspect that may influence Kepler 442's habitability is its stars in the K-type sequence. Like Kepler 442, are smaller than our Sun and live 2 to 3 times as long. Furthermore, while K-type stars generate fewer UV rays than our Sun, they still supply enough non-UV energy to support life. Kepler 442b is a far cry from Earth. Earth provides for all of the human needs: natural fruits and vegetables, food supplies such as meat, and trading routes across the oceans. There are a few of them on Kepler 442b. It is unknown whether or not Kepler 442b has or had life. Even if humanity brought their own supplies, the topic of whether humans can exist on this planet is being debated. Humans don't know if the world has all we require, but one thing is certain: it comes very near, with water, land, weather, and everything else. Because red dwarfs are by far the most prevalent type of star in our universe, this finding suggests that Earth-like circumstances on other planetary systems may be far less popular than we would hope. Furthermore, because this research places strong restrictions on the parameter space for multicellular life, it appears that the middle ground for hosting a rich Earth-like natural ecosystem is not as wide as we might think. Exoplanet research will be quite interesting in the next few years. Each discovery puts us a step closer to finding the first signs of life outside the solar system, which we hope to uncover in the near future. The complexity of life on our planet alone is incredible. If there are super habitable worlds around nowadays, the types of life that could exist are only constrained by human imagination. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. We'll see you in the next video. Until then, peace.